Hi guys, welcome back to Simply Cindy. Thank you so much for the support, the comments, the likes, the subscriptions, the sharing. You guys are the best. And with that being said, with this video, please comment, like, subscribe, and share. And let's get right into it. So in this week's episodes, I feel like I've been taken through a roller coaster of emotions. Like I feel like I've been cringing, as well as my heart being melted, all at the same time, and everything in between. And just the opening scene on episode 28, Umqele has his gun next to him in their bedroom, no Hlomu. In the book, Hlomu made it very clear to Umqele ukuthi she doesn't like seeing the guns. Yet she may know that they are around, but she doesn't like seeing them. And Umqele respected it by all means. The fact that the gun was sitting there right next to him in their bedroom was a little un-Umqele-like. So that was very weird. Also, I feel like the writers of the show missed out on an opportunity to show us the passion and the love between Umqele no Hlomu without all the problems that they're facing, right? Hlomu came out of the bathroom in a towel. In the book, like literally when that would happen, Umqele would just give Hlomu one look and it would be game over. So I feel like the writers had the opportunity to showcase that so that we can understand why is Hlomu staying in this marriage, because of the passion. Because I mean, instead they show us the impromptu ice cream dates, which is nice and romantic. A little too late though in the love process. I feel like at that stage, we still don't know why Hlomu no Mkela, why she stayed, like for what. But it is because of those romantic gestures that Umqele did, like, and then some. But and then they also chose to show us the breakfast in bed, which was a very nice touch, especially with the flower in the beer bottle, like classic Zulu man, rural, you know, rough on the edges type of guy. So that was cute, but still, they missed out on that opportunity to show us the passion between them. And I mean, ice cream dates are cute and whatever, but ultimately, what binds a man and a woman more than sex? Like, what binds a man and a woman more than sex? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. In that same conversation, that's when Umqele tries to coerce Hlomu to quit her job. In the book, like there was never really a real conversation of Uguti, I know what you do. They knew that Hlomu knows what they do, but there was never a conversation. She knew that they knew that she knew, but there was never a conversation. And her deciding to keep the family secrets, or keep the evidence rather that she had gathered against the family, was her decision, and her decision alone, because she had fallen in love with Umqele, fallen in love with his family, with the children, everyone. So at that point, she really didn't have a choice. She had to protect her own. So the conversation part is very weird, but I understand that it makes for great television. Like, in terms of the audience knows that Hlomu is not a complete idiot. Like, she can see what's going on and she confronts it as the journalist that she is. She's not scared, she's not afraid. Makes sense with TV, but in the real, what happened. And I just want to say, Uguti, even the fact that he wanted her to quit her job just goes to show how much he wanted to control her. Because, guys, when a man says that you must quit your job, basically he wants to have more control over you because everything that you have or purchase or whatever is him, like uyo uthengayo. So it's a form of control, and I just want to say, guys, please fall in love, get married, do not quit the jobs, unless of course you're like a trust fund baby, or you're like have a business. Obviously that's also working, but I'm just saying, guys, don't quit your day job for utando, please, please, man. And this conversation actually reminded me of the previous episodes where the actual wedding, the white wedding, where she confronted the brothers. She confronted the brothers and they threatened to kill her. I mean, seriously, those brothers worship Hlomu, like they would never do that. Again, there hadn't been a conversation had between Hlomu and the brothers Uguti, hey, this is what we do, or I know that this is what you do. No, it was always that elephant in the room, I guess, if I can put it like that. So even that scene was very weird, very. In fact, it seemed as though Hlomu married Umqhele to save her life, and that was not the case. That girl, Uhlomu went into that marriage like knowing exactly who Umqhele was, who Umqhele is, and who his brothers are. She walked knowing. It was her decision. No one threatened her. No one did anything. She walked into that marriage ngenhliziyo emhlophe. And I hate the fact that Showmax has not depicted that properly. And for people who haven't read the book, they don't know that this girl, she walked into that marriage knowing, having strong suspicions that they are basically criminals. But she walked in because of Bemtada. She loved him. She loved him. Oh, and this show has done such a bad job to convince us that they're in love. In fact, instead, now I feel like it just seems like they should just break up. Part of the episodes for me was the commissioner. Look, I think that that's very realistic for the time we're living in, our country as well, that anyone who is in business, especially like businesses that are not 100% legit, it's always good to have a politician in your pocket. Like that's just the reality. And money talks with politicians. Money talks. And the Zulu brothers have money. So money has spoken. Hence they have a meeting with the commissioner, which was great. I mean, the time when Ungoba looked at the commissioner's woman with that eye, yoguti uyamfuna. Oh my gosh, I was just like, don't do it, Ngoba. Ulona, Umandisa is going to kill that girl. Like, I was just like, please don't. Please don't. Yet we see later on Uguti, they actually have sex. Can I just tell you that the sex scene, Ngoba and that woman, for me, was the most convincing sex scene I've seen, other than the first time they made love, but it is the most convincing one. Like, Ngoba, for me, Abdul Koza is brilliant. Like, he's a brilliant. So anyway, the commissioner's visit, we learn later on in the episodes that it's about releasing Uzandile from jail. I think it's nice that they have gotten to a point where they can fork out 80 million to free Uzandile, because obviously before they didn't have the connections. It's just that I was under the impression that Uzandile had made peace with her being in jail, because when she killed her mom, she made a choice that day. She made a choice to save her son. and kill her mom. Like, and she has mentioned it in her book over and over again how she doesn't regret the decision, and if she had to do it all over again, she would do the same thing because her mom was threatening the life of her son that she was carrying in her belly. But I won't go into that. I just find it strange that Uzandile is the one that's pushing Unkosana to get her out of jail, but it's fine. But guys, let's talk about Unkosana. Whew, what a man. Yo, what a man. What a man. What a man. Phew, what a man, guys. What a man. Oh my god. He is tall. He is handsome. Dark, I guess. He's got a deep voice. When he walks, when he speaks, he's got a presence. Like, he commands respect, that guy. He commands respect. What a man. What a man. Oh, what a man. Anyway, I just love the fact that in all his manhood, in all his masculinity, Nkosan, in all his name, has been faithful to her in the sense of giving his heart. In the book, Umvelo actually is not Zandile's child. Umvelo is another woman's child that Unkosana had a baby with outside of the marriage. I mean, Uzandile had been in jail for years. It only made sense. But it's fine that in the TV series, Umvelo Oga Zandile, it's a motivation to get her out of jail, I guess. But listen, Unkosana loves Uzandile with everything that he is. He has waited for her. Imagine a whole tall, dark, handsome man waiting for you. Wow. Like, also, I just feel like I tend to buy the connection eka Nkosana and Uzandile much more than I buy the connection Yamkele no Hlomu in the series. Yeah, like I buy it more because I'm not buying Mkele and Hlomu, not at all. They're just not giving me the vibes, the sparks. But I can see Nkosana and Uzandile, and I'm actually excited to see what the connection is going to be like between the two of them when she gets out of jail. Like, listen. And can you also talk about Nkosana's commitment? Nkosana committed to his family. Since he was a child, he's been committed. Oh, what a man. Ooh. Tikoba, what a man. What a man in full. Ooh. A Zulu man, actually. What a Zulu man in full. A man in full in all his glory. Hayi ke usambulo wayiqala into wayisusa. Listen, Sambulo asking Umqhele ukuthi uphi makoti. I was just like, what? Why are you asking that? Like, why are you asking that? No, because Mutakana, he's going to wonder, where is Hlomu for real? Like, where is his wife? And that was the beginning of the end, I suppose. And the following morning as well, Unziga asking Hlomu's whereabouts so that she can help him with his assignments. Firstly, I love the fact that he said "mami," which is what Unziga refers to Hlomu as in the book, because she basically also raises him together with Nkosana's children, right? So that was great, but still the question was begged, Uguti, where is Hlomu? You know? And there was a scene that focused on Umqhele's face it was almost as though it was him transitioning from human to animal. Like we could see that darkness was embodying him at that moment, and there was no return from that. There was never going to be a return from that. On Hlomu's end, Hlomu has already been beaten up by this man just because she switched off her phone. In what world is Hlomu not answering Kale's calls? In what world is Hlomu not making sure ukuthi she lets Umkhala know about her whereabouts? In what world is that happening? It doesn't even make sense. Even in a normal relationship that isn't there, Hlomu nomkhele, a girl, even a guy, whoever is out, will let the other party know that I'm out. Don't worry about me. You know, I'm okay. Like, in what world? Like, it was just not realistic at all. I think they were trying too hard to create circumstances to lead us to the beating, but it also just didn't make sense. Also, Hlomu is a wife now. Hlomu is no longer single. Hlomu is a wife now, and she knows her role. She knows it. No one knows it better than her. And she's the one who didn't come home because she was out partying. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I think it's very important to note that that scene of Umkhele finding Uhlomu in the bathroom and beating the crap out of her and him having a miscarriage is something that happened in the book. It happened just as they depicted it on the show. However, Mkhele hit Hlomu 7 years after the last time he hit her. 7 years. In between that 7 years, they got married and she had twins before that scene happened. I'm saying this because I remember asking my friend Uguti, if you have a relationship that has everything, because that's the relationship that we were convinced of in the book, a relationship that has everything, you know, love, you know, passion, someone who would move mountains for you, who would walk to the ends of the earth for you, that kind of relationship. So if you are beaten every 7 years, I mean, is it really that bad? Like, so yes, even in the book, Hlomu was pregnant with twins. Apparently, it comes up later on. And Mkhele beat her up to a pulp and was specifically hitting her stomach, just like how it happened in the show. It was a very difficult scene. I think my favorite scene in the 3 episodes was most certainly the fact, or rather the conversation between Umkhele and Nkosana. Umkhele reassuring him that they're going to do whatever they can to get Uzandile out of jail. That was so intense, so powerful, because especially because in one of the books, I think Zandile, the Resolute, basically Zandile describes Umkhele as Nkosana's soulmate. So that was my favorite scene. Not this Umkhele who's busy hugging people like the other time, but Umkhele who is Nkosana's everything. Who Nkosana relies on for everything. Who he relies on Nkosana for everything. Oh, it was so beautiful. It was powerful. And just that, I think I fell in love with Umkhele all over again when he reassured his brother, Uguti, listen, we are going to get Uzandile out. Like, we are going to do this for you, whatever it takes. You know, you're going to be happy again. Oh, come on now. Come on with it. Oh, come on. And that's it for this week's episode. Thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and share. Bye.